Hi guys! Welcome to another Draw With Me video. This is my first video with a voiceover, so I hope you enjoy it. And if you do, I'd really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe to my channel. Recently I saw the trailer for the new Mario movie, and I can't wait to watch it. I really love the animation and how detailed Princess Peach is. In my drawing, I went with the simple crown and brooch design she has, just because I didn't feel like dealing with the small details, since I already knew I had a lot of work to do with this piece. So, I chose to do the line art off camera, because I knew it would take way too long to line all of the sketches, and normally for just one character it takes me about 1 to 3 hours, depending on the amount of details the drawing has. It took me about 3 hours just to sketch and line these. The total amount of time it took me to finish this drawing was a little more than 7 hours, which is a lot. But I normally don't finish an entire piece in one sitting. Most of the time I sketch something and then the next day, if I can, I'll finish it. Right now, I'm just adding the base color so I can then start rendering. I like adding a lighter base color, especially when it comes to the hair, because when I start to shade it, the base color acts like the highlights. I'm just making an outline to then use the bucket fill tool to make it easier and faster to color everything, because there's a lot to color. For shading the skin, I choose a slightly darker pinkish color. This of course depends on the character's skin tone. I chose this color because if you just use a darker version of the skin color, or just gray, the skin will look muted or lifeless. Once I've picked the color I want to use, I start to cell shade a little bit wherever I think looks good, like wherever the hair or clothes are really close to the skin or where there is no light hitting the skin. Then I go in with the airbrush right under the cheeks and on the sides of the arms to make the character look less 2D, if that makes sense. And when I'm done with the shading, I choose a blush color and use the airbrush for the cheeks and nose, a bit on the forehead, and if my character isn't wearing gloves, I add a little bit of blush on the fingertips. Looking back, I think I shouldn't have lined the fire because I feel like it looks too stiff. Later I tried to blur the line art to see if it helps, and I think it did. It just didn't turn out how I saw it in my head. But it's okay. I just need to practice drawing fire and other elements more. So I use the soft brush from a Jinx Sketch brush pack for sketching, lining, and coloring. For the hair, I use the same brush but edited the tip so it's sharp and I can shade the hair easily. I'll leave a link in the description to the brush pack I got. For Peach's hair, I use a color that is a bit darker and slightly orange to shade her hair, and the shading I'm doing here is like the transition from highlights to the darker shadows. So wherever I know is gonna be darker, I color in completely with the middle color, and then I go in with my darkest color to add the details. I like to add shadows wherever the hair bends towards the character or where it's under something, and leave highlights wherever the hair bends away from the character. I hope that makes sense. The eyes are very easy to shade. I picked 3 to 4 dark versions of the base color, and I start to color from lightest to darkest at about the midway point of the iris. The darkest color always goes at the top of the iris. Then I use Gaussian blur to blend the colors together a little bit, and add the pupil with an even darker color. and in this case, it's a navy blue. For the halberd Peach is holding, I had no idea how to shade it, since I don't really color metal often, so I just added plenty of shading with warm grays and a bit of pink until I thought it looked good. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to see more of my art, I'd really appreciate it if you could check out my Instagram linked in the description below. Have a good rest of your day. Bye!